With COVID cases rising, consumers are already starting to stock up on some groceries and household basics again. The question is, are stores and manufacturers better prepared this time if we're facing a redux, Sarah, of what we saw last time? Sarah Eisen joins me with a closer look at all that. Hello.
Hi, Kelly. Short answer is yes, they are better prepared. And we are seeing stock ups. Those rising cases and restrictions mean people are out stockpiling again. Just look at the numbers over the last few weeks. Toilet paper sales up 23% from last year. Paper towels up 27%. Frozen foods up 19%. But it isn't at the levels that we saw last spring. Those were extremely high levels. But it's worth watching. Suppliers are better prepared this time. Listen to General Mills.
We've added 45 additional manufacturing lines to support our business. And I would say that we've added probably 25 to 30% incremental capacity in platforms that are really tight.
In fact, that company says after the initial loading up of the pantry back in March and April, demand has stayed pretty strong since, 15 to 20% higher than usual across the portfolio. Smucker says PB&J sales are also up big, and they feel confident they can deal with another surge, having worked to increase inventory following those supply chain constraints the first time around. How about Tyson Foods, one of the biggest meat producers? It says it's already spent hundreds of millions of dollars on safety precautions like testing. They even created a chief medical officer position in preparation for another wave. Remember, it was at the center of those meat shortages earlier this year as they were forced to close plants as cases spread inside and even had a death. So what's the bottom line here? Suppliers have had time to prepare, and they've learned some important lessons. There is a big difference, though, between now and the first wave, though, and this is worth watching. COVID hotspots are more widespread around the country, and they do threaten the nation's factories. General Mills, for instance, has its two biggest plants in Iowa and Tennessee, in the heart of America's breadbasket, and these are places that are seeing very high infection rates this time around. So far, General Mills and others have been able to keep the plants open, but the question is, for how long? They're really, Kelly, trying to encourage their workers to stay home if they're feeling sick. They are seeing rising levels of absenteeism, but they have to make sure that the plants themselves do not become spread sources of infections. And so far, so good on that front. I would also mention the grocery limits are back. Kroger, Stop and Shop, and others. 2 rolls of toilet paper, 2 rolls of paper towels. Kroger says it's a proactive move, though. They're not seeing any shortages.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.